This is the Ottawa Senators Outlook. Here is your host, Jack Henry.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Ottawa Senators Outlook. I'm your host Jack. This is my catch-up episode for the Lightning, Panthers, and Stars games. And we get 5 out of a possible 6 points. Pretty good week for the Ottawa Senators, coming off of 2 embarrassing losses to Anaheim and Chicago. So let's review it right now. So on Monday we play the Tampa Bay Lightning. We win that game 4-2. Tim Stützle has the opening goal. Matthew Joseph scores another one later in the period. After the first period, it is 2-0 in favor of the Senators. Matthew Joseph scores a second goal to make it 3-0 Ottawa, and then Mitchell Chaffee scores his second of the season to cut the lead down to 2 for Tampa Bay. So it is 3-1 after 40 minutes. In the third period, Vladimir Tarasenko scores his 15th to make it a 4-1 game, back to a 3-goal lead. But Braden Point, just 35 seconds later, scores the second goal, and that's it for scoring. The Senators win the game by a final score of 4-2. The goaltending matchup in this one was Forsberg versus Vasilevsky. Andrei Vasilevsky not having the best of seasons right now, obviously coming off of that injury. Anton Forsberg expecting to get a few more starts down the stretch after Korpisalo not having the best of games. However, because it was a back-to-back, he did have to start in Florida, and he went against Sergei Bobrovsky, his former teammate in Columbus. He was actually the backup to Bobrovsky before he left for Florida. So we lose this game 3-2 in overtime. So we played a really good game for the vast majority. 19 seconds in, and I'm telling you the truth right now, the Florida Panthers scored 19 seconds into the game by Aaron Ekblad to make it 1-0 Panthers. Luckily for Ottawa, that was the only goal scored for them in that period, so they were able to hold off for another 19 minutes and 41 seconds, and it's only 1-0 after 20. Brandon Montour scores his 4th goal of the season, obviously him and Ekblad on the injured reserve to start off the season, and after 40 minutes, it is 2-0 in favor of the Panthers. Thomas Chabot and Tim Stützle score a couple goals for Ottawa to tie it at 2, but then Anton Lundell scores the game winner in overtime a minute 36 in to win it 3-2 in favor of the Florida Panthers. So, again, Korpisalo actually had a really good game. He had a .912 save percentage. A lot of people are saying that goal on Lundell was weak. I think you'd have to watch it again. I kind of don't know what you really want from him on that one. It was a really tough angle, but again, Lundell was just able to get it in the net. So Florida wins that game 3-2. Korpisalo, I thought, had a decent game, to be quite honest with you. Not his greatest of games, but a .912 save percentage, you know what? You take it when you can. So last night, we played the Dallas Stars. We win the game 4-1. The goaltending matchup was Jake Oettinger versus Anton Forsberg. Forsberg got another start, and I think we're going to see a lot of that coming up. So Josh Norris scores his first of this game, not the season. He scored 14 so far to make it 1-0, and then 10 seconds left in the first period, Joe Pavelski for Dallas ties the game at 1. So after 20 minutes, it is 1-1. In the second period, the Senators score 3 goals. Josh Norris scores another one to make it 2-1. Thomas Chabot scores another goal to make it 3-1. And then with 17 seconds left on the power play, Shane Pinto also scores his 4th of the season. And the Senators win the game 4-1. Scott Wedgwood would come in for relief for Jake Oettinger. And Anton Forsberg had a phenomenal game in this one as well. So Forsberg is obviously the hot goaltender. And the Senators improved to 24-27-3 on the season. They are currently, by points percentage, second to last in the Atlantic Division. So in some ways, you can kind of be happy about that. They're not at the bottom of the division, even though in points they still are. But we are only 1 point below Montreal with a few games in hand. So the Senators are playing decent hockey lately, and I've been happy with it. A few other ways you could think of it is like you want to tank for the high draft pick, but I still value wins, and the Senators are doing that. So it's really good hockey being played by the Senators. Their defensive game has been absolutely phenomenal as of late, and as much as I hate losing to teams like the Ducks and the Blackhawks, seeing them battle against good teams like Florida, Dallas, Tampa Bay, even though they're kind of regressing from what they were a couple years ago, the Senators are playing good against better teams, and in some ways I'm happy about that, but they lose these trap games to horrible teams, so hopefully that's not a habit, and they can just be able to play consistent, good 60 minutes every game they play. So that's all for this catch-up episode. Comment down below your reaction to this week. We have a preview and prediction episode coming out at midnight against the Vegas Golden Knights, who we play tomorrow night. That's going to be a tough game, but I'm honestly looking forward to seeing how that plays out for the Senators. So comment down below your thoughts. But for now, this is Jack from the Ottawa Senators Outlook, and go Sens go.
Thank you for watching this presentation of the Ottawa Senators Outlook. For more of this podcast, click on the videos on the left, and subscribe by clicking on the icon on the right. Thank you.